Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 3. This week is pretty simple. It's really just getting your drafts in, learning how to give good feedback, and doing a revised draft and putting it up back in the Google Drive folder next week. So I'll walk you through it pretty quickly. If you haven't looked over at the conversations in Perusall about AI especially, you should. There's some really good comments, a couple of really nice conversations going on. You're really making me think. And then the link out to the Padlet, great stuff. People talking about AI. I think it's an important topic, and you all are very thoughtful about it. So go check out the Perusall and the Padlet and see what other people are saying, and then jump on in whenever you want to. So having said that, I hope people are able to use AI the way they want to. And you sort of took your own advice and double checked the information. I'm going to start looking at them tomorrow. I'm doing this on Wednesday evening. And so I'm going to start double checking things and leaving my comments tomorrow. The things that are in the Google Drive, some of them are PDFs. I will probably move them, switch them over to Google Docs, just because it's easier to leave comments. So don't freak out if you see something weird over there when you get in there. So let me go through the assignments for this week. Like I said, this shouldn't take long. Okay, so here we are. So this week is really about workshopping and drafting. Now, I don't know how many of you actually like having peer review workshops. I think they're mostly awful, because, well, you'll see why when you read this article in Perusall. A lot of people have exactly the same experiences that he's talking about. For me, having been a working writer for so long, I'm always in writers' rooms or in development meetings and that kind of thing. I have a writers group, a couple of them, and we don't really go after each other's, grammar, spelling, and punctuation. We just kind of make fun of it sometimes when somebody did something really weird or left out a word. But for the most part, it's all about the content, what we really like, what we think is not quite working for us. It's the way to put it. This is not quite working for me. Here's a suggestion, you don't have to take it. It's that kind of thing. Here's the thing about getting comments and giving comments. If one person flags something and they think it needs to be done better, you can take their advice or you can ignore it. If two people flag the same spot, they may have different solutions or different suggestions, but if they're both at the same spot, then it's something that you should take note of, and go back and look at that place, because there's something going on for your readers that's not quite working well. So that's really all there is about how to give and get comments. It's not fun to do, not fun to get sometimes, but it's a matter of practice. And the more you do it, the easier it gets in some ways. But it's like, sending off your children out to the subway with a Metro card and saying, bye, see you later. That's how I've always felt about submitting things for notes, for feedback. So we're going to do that first. Go look over at Perusall. Here's Perusall, how to give comments. This is a nice little article. And if you click over here, you'll see a couple of things that I left. Read on through, just read it and annotate it the way you normally do. And when you get down here, somebody's already started commenting. Down here, that's this one. And Maura has already put an example in, put her practice session 1 thing in. So you just do it and just drop it in the replies. Same thing when we get down to the next one. Same thing. And she hasn't got there yet, but I'm jumped the gun a little bit, because you don't really need to do this till, starting tomorrow on Thursday. But that's all there is to it. This is just giving you a chance to practice without actually knowing the author, thinking of ways to give people supportive comments. It's a little bit different way of looking at feedback, and I find it a lot more, well, it's nicer. It just feels better when you get a comment like this. So that is this thing. That's how to give comments. Now let me go back to, yep. And do those 2 little practice sessions like I showed you. Then in the drive, put your summary in there. For those of you who haven't put it up there yet, some are already in there. And go ahead and get it in there, and find 2 other people's summaries and leave them some kind of positive feedback like you did in the practice sessions. feel free to suggest ways to improve stuff, like reminding them to check the formatting, and the formatting template is somewhere down here. It's in here. Okay. So here's a template, right? So you might remind each other just to go back and double check the template, which is here on the unit and the unit tab. So that's that. So, and most of you have figured out where the Google Drive is. Click on that. There it is. And this is where we are. And as you can see, got some already in here. I haven't looked at any of them yet. I just noted that they're there. Again, I'll probably switch these PDFs out for Google Docs, again, just because it's easier to make comments. But that's all I do. So you just pick a couple of these and, you know, leave them some comments just the way you do with the Depeater article. So that's all it is on that. Back. And then that's by Sunday night, give people comments, and then you can take their comments and my comments, and I'll put mine up as quickly as I can starting tomorrow. And then just do a revision of it in the same folder. Okay, just upload a revised draft. Now, just one reminder again about grading. This is sort of a first grade. If you nailed it and you get an A, beautiful. If you kind of messed it up in some ways and you don't get a very good grade, you have a chance to revise. And I urge everybody to revise by the end of the term, re-upload it. Let me know you've done that, and I will change the grade in the grade book. I always go back and change the grades. So that is all there is to this week. I hope you've enjoyed doing this, because I think this AI thing is important, and it's something we're going to be dealing with from here on out until we figure out how to make it work. So I thank you for your thoughtful comments. And I may share some of them with the department just because it's good to get students' perspective as well as faculty perspective. I'll take your names off of it, don't worry. Privacy is me. Okay, so I'm looking forward to reading these, and DM me on Slack or send me an email if you got questions, and I will see you next week. So you guys stop sharing. Bye.